Hey everybody, welcome to Obscurities in Miniature. It is time to really let our videos live up to this channel's namesake. I like to kind of pride myself on the fact that, every now and then I'll do a bit more mainstream released models and figures for as niche and of, subject material as tabletop gaming figures tend to be. Now, this box in front of us, I have had sitting here for probably at least a year or so. And my younger brother gave it to me on the hopes of putting it on here. I believe he got this in a New Year's grab bag from Hobby Link Japan ages ago. And I had pestered my son to sit in and translate with me, but he is too cool for that. So screw it, I'm just going to go in. Battle Break. This is Battle Break, a trading figure battle game that Bandai put out, and I can remember seeing material for this in V-Jump magazine, which was kind of the Shonen Jump magazine devoted to basically video game related card game, multimedia type comics. I know one of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Manga debuted in there. But anyway, this was kind of one of Bandai's many random forays into tabletop gaming. The idea being that you're going to get all the things that you need for playing inside of random blind boxed figures. I do not believe there was ever a Season 2 made available. Now, I know there were some special limited edition figures. I know one in particular, and the reason I mentioned V-Jump was because they had a V-Dragon mascot character that was designed by Akira Toriyama of Dragon Ball fame. And they did make a figure for this game of that dragon, and one of a mechanical kind of caricature of Toriyama himself was available for this game. Sadly, as far as I know, those were the only Toriyama related designs that were included in this game. Looking at the figures themselves, it looks like a bit of a, what was that game? The kind of dream one, Dreamscape? Is that what it was called? I can't even remember. It's been ages. A bit of that, a bit of Mage Knight. I don't know. The quality and concepts included are pretty slipshod and random. And upon opening this box after all these ages, I hope there's not candy inside, because that's going to be quite particularly blah. Looks like we are greeted to 15 boosters. And these boosters very much look like something you would totally see in a grocery store or something, You get a battle coin and a Battle Break figure, and I'm sure that website that they list there is no longer in service. So there are 16 figures in all. Kind of get a quick breakdown of them there. Thankfully, they're at the point now where the glue is not really holding. The tape is. Let's find out just what we got ourselves into. Sadly, the figures are pre-made. It's a killer panda. Okay. I have no idea what the stats mean. I'm assuming this is the attack panda claw. Thankfully, I have fluent Japanese speakers and readers in the household, so I'm going to put them to work. I'm really curious how this plays. And then we have like these poker chips. That looks like it should have a QR code, and I'm assuming, I don't know what that's for then. Interesting. They have like the little ridges, like a checker piece. I'm assuming that you're supposed to stack them or something then. You know, this is going to take me forever sitting here playing with the tape. I'm going to grab a hobby knife. Sadly, I did try to recruit some other family members to help, but nobody wanted to. Alright, what do we got here? We got a different color. I don't know if the colors mean anything. I'm wondering if those... That absolutely is probably intentional. Bazooka Soldier. I'm now thinking I'm going to have to do some research myself. I've got the hobby knife this time. We'll slice these open. And I will grab some random figures just to get a better idea of what we are looking at here. Okay, another new figure. We're 3 for 3 so far. The Lizard Man, I'm going to assume Shaman. Doesn't look like the kanji for wizard, so I could be wrong. And again, we have the random tokens, but there's no, like, writing on them, so I'm not sure what that's all about. Next one, what do we got? Another new one. I'm like, I have no idea what's rare and what's not. Like, you're in the way. 1 of 9. Okay. Ninja type figure. With a big shuriken attack. Okay, I don't know what the stats are and what that's going to mean. Now I noticed that 1 of 9 is the same as the previous Bazooka Soldier we had. Next up, oh hey, another one, something new. We have the UFO Adams. Okay, with a very Flatwood-esque headed alien. So I'm wondering if the coin then has some sort of meaning as well, because that's got a 1. Bazooka Dude has nothing. Panda had 1. They've all been normal rarity. I'm guessing that's what the N is in the code for each figure. Next up, and we've got our first duplicate, which isn't like what we just pulled. Now I'm also curious if there's any sort of repetition or uniqueness to the bases, but that's probably asking too much for a Bandai product, so alright, let's get this next one opened up. Next one, another Lizard Man. Okay, grab 2 at a time this time. I'm just demolishing the packages. Let's see what we're getting ourselves into. Alright, another new one. I'm curious how many you get to a box that are going to be unique. Well, it's an interesting looking figure. And I gotta say, the paint apps aren't all that bad. But you have no... I wonder if this is an alien faction or something. What was the other one we grabbed here? Another new one. It's gonna be like all the normal ones, and then maybe like one rarer one for the entire box. Wouldn't put it past them. I don't know those kanji. Okay. Interesting. I mean, I guess if you wanted to repurpose these for anything, the fact that most of the figures so far are just kind of glued onto the actual base is probably a good sign in that regard. Down. Oh, we got like 6 left. Alright, let's see what's in. Let's grab 3 here. Okay, that's a new one. What is going on there? Watarian. Water alien? Ooh, this must be my rare one. See the R there. And he gets 2 coins, it looks like. For a flash splash. Okay. Like, I'll hold on to all these coins. I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet. Somewhere out there, I'm sure there's rules. I'm going to have to check the website after I film this, just out of curiosity. Alright, what do we got here? Leviathan. Get some stat boosts there. Looks like he's kind of like a translucent color. And he is a rare one as well. Interesting. Okay. Like, I want the lion dude, though. That's the one I want. I haven't pulled that one yet. Ooh, and another rare one for the Gunlegger. Okay, there's like a little alien dude sitting inside there. Or is this like the cybernetic warrior faction? I'm guessing that's like the human pilot. So again, I mean, they're pretty rubbery, but, you know, the bases themselves are like really solid, like poker chits. Interesting. Alright, final 3. Let's grab them. Let's see what we got, and let's get this out of the way, and we'll get everybody hanging out here. Alright. Ooh, we got a dragon with a pair of wings. Almost a Toriyama-ish dragon as well, I might add. Ooh, and he's very rare. Actually, that's a nice looking dragon. It's not the worst gacha style figure I've ever come across. This is a lucky dragon. It does look very Toriyama-ish though, doesn't it? Funny thing, as a kid growing up, I had a very similarly shaped, designed, sculpted clay dragon that I got on vacation as a child, going somewhere up the California coast. And for years, had it for years. May still be at my parents' house even as I say this. And every little corner of him seemed to crack off eventually over time. And I must have had him for a good solid 20 plus years, honestly. I'm going to have to go check if he's still around, but this dragon is giving instant flashbacks of it. That's really random. Whatever. Okay. Is this like the super deluxe? I got the ultra rare. Check it out. He's like all shiny, but he doesn't have any legs. Ooh, I did. It's a super rare. And you're super rubbery, my friend. Like Beast King. Wow. I feel so privileged as I fling the pieces across the room there. Maybe I can hang out with my Cobra Mode bust that is continuing to sit on my table. I mean, it's not bad looking. It's pretty random. What would have been cool is if it had like a gold, shiny... See the beast logo? I guess that's the animal kingdom. Alright, and the final one. I guess it doesn't have any legs, see? What do we got? Repeat. Nope. We've got A floaty chakra person. He's a super rare. Wow. Well, for this defunct game, which I'm sure nobody knew, cared about, or even put any energy or effort in. You know what? It honestly kind of feels like a doomed game from the beginning. I don't see... You know, I feel like they were trying to jump on the Mage Knight hype. Let me see what year the copyright is on the box. So how many unique models of the lineup did we end up with? That's 10, 11, 12, 13, including our shiny guy. That's a pretty impressive spread, all things considered. So I think I ended up with, like, what, 2 duplicates in here? That's really not that bad. So if you're curious how big these things are, it's about, I don't know, what, 40 millimeter, 50 millimeter base? Let me see if I have one handy. That's a 40. Yep, okay. So 40 millimeter base, pre-painted, and I'm sure with just some heat probably you can pop these right off if you ever encountered these in the wild. I'm like, I hadn't even heard of this game until, like, I had to do some serious digging around and looking through old magazines, and then finally, you know, it kind of dawned on me what I got myself into there. So, super random, obviously. But again, something that we pride ourselves on at this channel is just how obscure can we go at times. I mean, he's not bad. I'll probably put him on display at work or give him away as a prize. The fact that he's super rare, and I'm almost certain I'll have students freak out. Oh my god, he's the very rare Mr. High Lord Tamberlane, you gotta let us have it. Mm-hmm. He's kind of cool, though. I wish he had some feet. I'm not a fan of busts. At least not often. Unless, of course, they are of big, impressive lizard warriors who've sat with me for some time guiding this channel into the future. But, you know, I'd say some of these are a little bit more useful to tabletop gamers. If you're into just random gotcha collecting of bizarre figures, well, I don't think you can do much wrong there. If I could remember the name of the dream fighting game, which I swear was called Dreamscape, but there's no guarantee that it was, and you all don't need to come and correct me in the comments, because like I said, I'm literally going to go sit down and double check myself. The setup of the figures, obviously those guys were on square bases, but with just the bizarreness and uniqueness of them, giving me those kind of vibes as well. I feel like the humanoid figures are probably way too big for most gamers to really have a solid use out of. The pose and the quality remind me of the old-fashioned green military army men figures. The use of the various translucent materials is kind of a nice touch, but I feel it's just a bit overshadowed. I'm not a fan of these weird bust-like proportions. Why not just give me a cool-looking lizard dude all the way on this base, you know? And that's why I feel like a game like this is kind of doomed before it even begins. Why does the dragon get a full figure? Even like the big super rare dude in the back didn't even get a full figure. If anything, he's probably going to hang around on my table now. I like this guy. Like I said, he's really giving me these vibes of the old clay dragon that I had as a child. And I'm all here for it. If I ever find that thing, you know what? I'm going to have to stick it in the background of this channel too. But yeah, so for a defunct game, which was literally given away as a freebie in a box of models, modeling tools, and other goodies from Hobby Link Japan, this is what we have to show for it. Truly random figures in plastic. But nevertheless, I'm sure we'll find a good home for them. So, hopefully you enjoyed this with me. And if you have any knowledge, you want to send it my way, besides whatever the name of that game was, because I'm sure a bunch of you smart Alex are going to just throw it down there in the comments anyways. By all means, let me know, though. So with that said then, this has been High Lord Tamberlane with Obscurities and Miniatures, saying thanks for watching, and we will see you back here soon. Bye-bye!